Hello everyone, this is Hillary with Dominion Tea, and today we're going to talk about the shaping step in the process of making tea. So as a refresher, we've already covered in other videos that you can go back and watch, the harvesting step and the withering step. And of course, we'll cover the future steps of drying and packaging and proper storage later. But right now, let's talk about shaping tea. So why do we shape tea? Originally, it was to impress the emperor. So tea was given as a gift quite frequently in ancient China. And if the leaves could be made in a unique shape, such as like a dragon, which is where the name for oolong came from. So it's originally wulong. And that twisting was to make it look like the dragon back. That was to kind of make the emperor kind of take notice of your town or village, which would often result in additional resources being given to the village, either in the form of protection, horses, livestock, you name it. So tea crafting became much of an art form. And part of what you're going to want to know is what shape are the needles to your favorite tea, especially if you're a drinker of, say, Dragon Well, which is a flat needle. And that flattening right now still happens by hand. So while machine has definitely come into play, and you see it much more in the world of puerh, because it helps to make the cakes uniform in size, shape, and weight, there's still a lot of hand-done work in the tea world. And so when you're looking at some of the older name teas, take a look at its shape. It's important. Also keep in mind sometimes it's just entertaining. So those bulb teas and those tied teas like you see in the upper right-hand corner on the screen, those are just fun to look at when they open up in the teapot. So appreciate that because it does take time and effort to make it happen. So let's talk about that time. So it could go anywhere from minutes to hours. If you keep in mind, some of this used to be completely done by hand. It used to take days. And so when you think about the teas you're going to go drink, appreciate the effort that goes into them because as we mentioned before, right, your white teas are your least oxidized. They're also spending the least amount of time withering, so they're the least pliable. So you're not going to see a lot of shaping done in white tea. You're just going to see the natural product. But when you start to get into the greens and oolongs, this is where you get your twists, your flat needles, like I mentioned. You get folded needles, like Sheng Mao Feng. You get balled or tied like jasmine dragon tears. And the oolongs, again, you're twisted, come into Hong Pao, your Wenshan Baozong, or you can get balled and your many things like Ti Kuan Yin or a lot of your Taiwanese oolongs. When you're getting into your yellows, blacks, and puerhs, it is quite possible they're actually going to re-wet during the shaping process in order to get to that final shape and flavor profile, especially if they're trying to do a little bit more complex things in the world of puerh, such as turn it into a mushroom or a chucha, which is birds' nests. They're going to have to re-wet those leaves to help get them a little bit more pliable and bendable to help get into those shapes. And the process of that really has not changed a lot over the years, other than finding a machine to do it. But in some cases, the best machine is human hands. And so appreciate the shape of your tea leaves. Take a look at them. Don't take them for granted because it is highly likely there was a person who spent some time making them look that good. So once we get through shaping, what do we do next? We're going to talk about how to dry, but that drying process includes sorting and finishing as well. And there's a lot of machines and even humans involved in that process, and we'll have fun covering that in another video.
We hope you enjoyed learning more about tea with us. Hit the subscribe button so that you can be notified when we add more videos to our channel. And check out the highlighted videos to learn even more about tea. And last but not least, you can check out all of the teas we talk about in our videos at dominiontea.com.